Hi everybody, I'm Jason Inman, I like to read comic books. That's why this week I decided to read Robin Rises Omega #1, the big cosmic Batman event that's going on in DC Comics. But before I get to that, don't forget to go to majorspoilers.com, the comic book website where they know that you love comic books, and we do too. And also, if you like geeky gear, you can go to lootcrate.com/Jawiin and get yourself 10% off this cool random box of geek stuff. Sometimes it has comic books in it. Now enough of that, let's get to a running commentary and review of Robin Rises Omega #1. The opening pages of this book are a nice little recap retale of the Batman Ra's al Ghul struggle. Let's jump right into it. We see Ra's al Ghul and Batman fighting in the desert, which comes from the 1987 Batman Son of the Demon. That's also where Talia and Batman have their lovely little night once that supposedly produced Damian. We then jump ahead from Batman number 655. We get to see his first moments. And interestingly enough, in the New 52, there have been a lot of events where the New 52 doesn't want to mention the old stuff, but we get mentions of Final Crisis here. We see Dr. Hurt from Batman and Robin, Batman R.I.P. We get mentions that Dick Grayson was actually Batman, which in the own Nightwing New 52 title was kind of alluded that it didn't happen for very long, but here, it's like in this book, Peter J. Tomasi is like, screw the New 52. Yeah, the New 52 happened, but everything that happened before did happen. We get a little bit of a recap between the first 8 issues of Batman and Robin and all the issues that we get a recap of Death of the Family, and we finally get to the issue that matters the most, Batman Inc. number 8 from last year, where Damian Wayne was killed. Now, the issues of Batman and Robin preceding this have been leading Batman through his grieving process. We've got anger, despair, all those different, and the title has turned into a guest star. So we get Batman and Frankenstein, Batman Red Robin, Batman Ra's al Ghul, Batman and Two-Face. Batman and Two-Face had nothing to do with this event, but anyways. And then we get to this glorious moment. We get glorious Godfrey with all his parademons versus Frankenstein versus Batman versus Ra's al Ghul with the bodies of Damian and Talia for the taking. Now, this is the first appearance of Glorious Godfrey in the New 52, but back in the pre-New 52, he was an enemy of the Forever People, and John Byrne made him a TV announcer. You might have seen him in the Young Justice Season 2. Glorious Godfrey was there, voiced by Tim Curry. So it's interesting to see him now as a pure military advisor, because usually Glorious Godfrey is a front, a person who spouts the love of dark side, but is trying to trick the people of Earth. So it's nice to see him in charge of the parademons here. Now, Glorious Godfrey is referring to the original Chaos Shard that Batman has in his possession, and Batman, of course, doesn't have any idea what he is talking about, but apparently Ra's al Ghul does, and Ra's al Ghul embedded the crystal, this shard, whatever it is, into the coffin of Damian. And then, of course, the battle breaks out with Frankenstein, the Agent of Shade, Ra's al Ghul, and Batman all fighting the parademons. Now, it's here where the art of Andy Kubert really stands out, and it's really cool that Andy gets to take place of the issue, that he gets to draw this really extra-sized issue. This is a long issue. This is a thick book. It's really thick. I know it's like a $5 book, but it's super thick, and this is the guy who co-created Damian with Grant Morrison, and he also just recently did a hardcover, Damian, Son of Batman, which is it's the future tale of what Damian would have been like if he survived and became Batman. It's not the greatest book in the world, just a little extra little bonus review, but I really like it because it's Andy Kubert drawing Damian Wayne, and as long as that happens, I'm always there. And then we get the big moment. Batman finds the shard. He finds the Chaos Crystal. Now, what happens after this is pretty important, and I think is going to affect a lot of other storylines. Now, at first looking, you look at this page, and it looks like it's Batman remembering the pre-New 52. That's what you would think, but actually, it is Batman remembering the first 6 issues of Batman Superman #1. In that storyline, Batman and Superman went to Earth 2 and met their older counterparts because of a chaos god that was named Kaio, a demon god. And Kaio actually at the end made them forget that they ever traveled to Earth 2, and this is Batman remembering Earth 2's out there. These other Superman and Batman are out there. I'm remembering this stuff, which could possibly lead to the Earth 2 weekly series. Because as they revealed, Darkseid does not just represent one Earth. Darkseid represents all Earth. There's one Darkseid for all the 52 Earths in the multiverse, which I think is an interesting concept that was actually introduced by James Robinson in Earth 2. Then right before Glorious Godfrey is about to get away, the new Justice League shows up, written by Lex Luthor. Captain Cold's on there. You get Aquaman. You get Captain Marvel on the Justice League, and I like the New 52 Captain Marvel. I like that he's a little bit of a punk, and I like that he's willing to, he's like, yeah, I saved Batman's ass. screw you, Batman, I can save your ass. And Batman's like, I don't care, just save me from fire. I'm a human, I don't have powers. Glorious Godfrey uses all his boom tubes, he opens them up, and he escapes with the coffins of Damian and Talia. And at the last second, Captain Marvel thinks he's helping Batman, but throws Batman on his face. And Batman punches this immortal man. Batman who loves his son, who wants his son's body, who now, because of this Chaos Shard, thinks that he can bring Damian back to life, just keeps punching, probably breaking the fingers in his fist. It's a very powerful moment, and Andy Kubert does a lot to show the damage in Captain Marvel's face. They all discuss what's going to happen, and then we get the very last page. I'm going to Apocalypse and bringing back Robin alive. And Robin Rises continues in Batman and Robin number 33. Batman and Robin has been one of the strongest titles of the New 52. Now, I do not know, here's what I'm going to say about this issue. I do not know if Batman going to Apocalypse to bring back Damian is the strongest story idea. But it's a cool story idea, and it's something different that we haven't seen, which I like. Again, that is always a strength of the New 52, showing us stuff that we have not seen for the last 60 years. I'm not saying that I've read comic books for the last 60 years, but that is something that's really cool. I think that's something that's fascinating, and it could make the story different. I'm very excited. And also interesting that Batman and Robin is now going back to the Batman and Robin titling. Now, what does this mean for the DC Universe? Well, it means that Batman is going to go to Apocalypse for the second time, because he originally went there in Justice League number 1 through 6, where he tried to save Superman, and now he's going by himself. Do I think Damian is going to be resurrected? I honestly don't know. My worry is that I think Damian is going to be resurrected as a villain to fight his father, because it has already been revealed that there are all these other Damian clones out there. That was revealed in the very last page of Batman Inc. by Grant Morrison. My hope is that no, because I feel that the death of Damian is a stunt move, and I feel that to bring him back would invalidate. I like Damian. I wish they would have left him alive, and I kind of hated the death, so I do not want to bring him back very quickly. He's been dead for a year and a half. Let's leave him dead. Let's introduce a new Robin who I think should be a girl. That's right. I think the next Robin should be a girl. Do I think it should be Carrie Kelly? Not really. Do I think it should be Harper Row? Nah, not really. I think it should be a brand new original character. That's my thoughts. Overall, I think it's a very strong issue. Peter J. Tomasi has always written Batman and Robin with strong emotion and strong action, which I think sets it apart from the different Batman titles, because you really feel an emotional kick in the pants every time you read an issue of Batman and Robin. And Andy Kubert, having them back on art duties, I wish he could draw every issue of Batman ever. He's my favorite Batman artist. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. Overall, if you were interested in Batman and you were interested in Robin, this book is a definite buy it. And that's it for my commentary review of Robin Rises Omega #1. I'm really excited for what comes next. Don't forget to go to majorspoilers.com, the comic website where they know that you love comic books, and we do too. I also have a podcast. You can find information about that podcast at geekhistorylesson.tumblr.com, and I'm reaching down the floor for stuff. If you want to receive a discount on awesome monthly geek gear, go to lootcrate.com/Jawiin. That money will help support the show, and you know, you'll get yourself some cool stuff. And also, if you're noticing, I'm wearing an Enter Your Mind University Geek History Lesson t-shirt. Jawiin.com, click on store. Very easy, help support the show. Hope you liked my review, hope you like my stuff. Really quick, San Diego Comic-Con is next week. I will be at San Diego Comic-Con. I have decided that I will have a meetup there. I have not decided on the details because I do not know my entire schedule all 4 days. I will, as soon as I know my schedule, I will let you know. Even if it's just me and one other person, you know what? We'll take pictures, we'll buy some hot dogs, we'll have a good time talking about comic books. I am really looking forward. I want to meet all my fans of this show if you're going to San Diego Comic-Con. Let's say hi, let's meet each other. Let me know again in the comments if you are going to San Diego Comic-Con, if you would be willing to come to a meetup. And I'll try to schedule it against none of the other stuff, just so you know I'm not nixing into any Hall H stuff or whatever that you know. And also let me know in the comments what you thought about this review. I'll be seeing you next week with a very special episode of Jason Reads Comics. I internet love you. Be seeing you.
I am Baylor.
Is this what you humans call sitting?